Greetings. I am Taven of a Mind Transformed, and this is Manna for Your Journey. One thing that's common to us all, no matter whether we're a new convert or we've walked with God for decades, whether we're on the fence, still deciding if we want a relationship with God, or whether we are looking at it like, nope, I absolutely don't want one, or whether we're reconnecting our relationship. One thing that's common to us all is going to be trouble, issues, problems in life. Job 14 and 1 says, Man who's born of woman, days are few and full of trouble. And that's a true statement. Things are going to happen, setbacks are going to occur. But when we face setbacks, we shouldn't build a settlement in our setbacks. We shouldn't take up residence there. We shouldn't let our setbacks define us. And we shouldn't give our setbacks so much credence, leeway, prominence in our life to say, this has been the defining moment of my life. This setback defines who I am, and it's all I'm going to be, and I can't recover from this. Jeremiah 29 and 11 says, For I know the plans that I have for you, plans for your good, not for your harm, to give you a future and hope. To give you a future and hope. Some translations say a future with hope. But to give you a future. Setbacks are things that happen. We make mistakes. We look at things, we make the best decision with the information we may have had, and sometimes, let's be honest, we make that decision devoid of God. We don't want to know what his opinion was on it. Yes, if we had sought him first, he could have stopped us from making that decision, told us there was a more excellent way, different way to go. Don't do that. Here's what's going to happen. But we looked at all the evidence. We sought our friends. We looked online at reviews. We gathered the details. We meticulously combed over the plan, and we figured, yep, this is going to work perfectly. And then, surprise, surprise, it doesn't because we don't know the future. And so we face a setback. But it's just that, it's a setback. God's plan never changed. He still knows the plans that He has for us, plans for our future. You have a future after setback. There's more after this. There's a future after setback. There's a other side. Jesus sent the disciples out on the boat and there was a storm. But Jesus told them ahead of time. He gave them the secret to their victory over the storm before they even stepped into it. He said, get in a boat and cross over to the other side. Meaning, no matter what happens between you getting in the boat and taking your journey there, you are going to cross over to the other side. I know the plans that I have for you, plans for your good and not for your harm, to give you a future. Yeah, it may seem bad now. Yep, that setback could have been devastating, a loss of job, a loss of a loved one that was dear to us, loss of income, a loss of home, a loss of our place, our sense of belonging. And it could be other things that we may have lost, a loss of sense of security. But that doesn't mean that today is going to be always. We have a future. That future is walking with God. That future is trusting in God and allowing Him to let us know, allowing Him to reassure, turning over any grief, any pain, any issues, any heartache to God, exchanging our yoke for His because it is light. For I know the plans that I have. It's a setback. It's just that. It sets us back. Doesn't mean we can't recover. God's not limited by time or space. You're not too old. It doesn't matter if other people think the ship has sailed. Isn't it funny that Jesus told his disciples to get on the boat? That ship has sailed, but Jesus still met the boat in the ocean. He can do the same for you. You think that ship has sailed, he can still place you on the boat like you would have been on it from the beginning. You haven't lost anything because you faced a setback. Trust in God. Proverbs 3 4 through 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, all your might, all your soul, and all your strength. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will lead and direct your path. You have a future. You have a hope in Jesus Christ. Don't build a settlement in your setback. That's not where you were designed to be. God has greater. Will you trust Him? Well, that's all I have for you. Again, I am Taven of a Mind Transformed. This has been Manna for your journey. Be blessed.